Ryan Taylor is a bodybuilder in his early 30s who owns a successful gym called Taylor's Strength. He's known for his perfect body and is always focused on his training and business. Ryan spends most of his time working at the gym, training clients, and building his fitness empire. His dedication to bodybuilding is his #1 priority, and because of this, he often neglects his personal life and his wife, Chloe. While Ryan is thriving professionally, his marriage has started to feel distant and empty. Chloe, Ryan's wife, is in her late 20s and is a beautiful woman. But despite having a successful husband, she feels increasingly lonely in their marriage. While she supports Ryan's career and is proud of his achievements, she yearns for more attention and emotional connection. Over time, their relationship has become more about routine than romance. Chloe feels invisible and isolated in her own home, as Ryan's focus on his gym leaves little time for her. She misses the closeness and affection that once made their marriage strong. Adam Price is the owner of Powerhouse Fitness, a rival gym to Ryan's. Adam is confident, charming, and very successful in his own right. He has built a gym that attracts a younger, social crowd with an emphasis on community and personal attention. Adam notices Chloe when she joins his gym, hoping to get back in shape and find a sense of purpose outside her marriage. Adam is quick to offer Chloe special attention and compliments, making her feel appreciated in ways she hasn't felt in a long time. He listens to her, supports her, and makes her feel valued. Chloe starts to feel a connection with Adam that she hasn't felt with Ryan in years. As their relationship deepens, Chloe finds herself drawn to Adam, feeling wanted and desired in a way she's been missing for so long. Chloe feels more and more distant from Ryan. He is always busy with his gym, Taylor's Strength, and his bodybuilding routines. They barely spend time together, and Chloe begins to feel invisible and unimportant. Even when they are together, Ryan is distracted and never really listens to her. Chloe misses the closeness they once had and starts feeling alone in her own marriage. She wants more emotional connection, attention, and love, things that Ryan can't give her because he's always focused on his work. Adam Price is the owner of a rival gym, and he notices that Chloe seems lonely and isolated. When she joins his gym, he strikes up a friendly conversation, offering her some fitness advice. At first, Chloe appreciates his help because he listens to her and encourages her to reach her fitness goals. Adam seems kind and supportive, which makes Chloe feel special. Over time, she starts looking forward to seeing him, as he is one of the few people who makes her feel valued. As Chloe spends more time with Adam, he starts to compliment her more often. His attention grows from being friendly to flirtatious. He tells her how strong and beautiful she looks, making her feel good about herself, something she hasn't felt in a long time. Adam's compliments and the way he makes her feel seem to fill the emotional gap that Ryan has left. Chloe begins to feel drawn to Adam's charm and confidence, and their casual meetings after workouts soon turn into private conversations over coffee. What seemed like harmless flirting quickly turns into secret meetings and more intense feelings. Chloe starts to feel a connection with Adam that she hasn't felt in years. She tells herself, it's just a fun escape, but deep down, she knows it's more than that. What began as innocent flirtation soon becomes a passionate affair. Chloe's feelings for Adam grow stronger, and what started as small moments of flirtation soon becomes much more. They begin meeting secretly at his gym, where their chemistry becomes undeniable. Chloe starts to feel alive again, and she enjoys the attention and affection Adam gives her. She's finally getting the love and validation she has been craving, something Ryan no longer provides. The affair grows deeper, and Chloe feels herself getting more attached to Adam. Now, she's caught in an affair that excites her and fills the emotional gap in her life. Chloe begins to fall for Adam in ways she never expected, and her secret meetings with him become the highlight of her days. What started as a distraction has now become a central part of her life, and she finds herself unable to walk away from the passion and connection she feels with him. As Chloe's affair with Adam continues, she feels a whirlwind of emotions. On one hand, she's overwhelmed with guilt. She knows what she's doing is wrong, cheating on her husband, Ryan, with someone else. But on the other hand, she's exhilarated by the attention Adam gives her. He treats her like she's the most important person in the world, constantly showering her with compliments, affection, and passion. For the first time in a long time, Chloe feels desired and powerful. Adam makes her feel special in ways Ryan no longer does. Each time she's with Adam, Chloe feels more alive, more seen, and more validated. But the guilt creeps in when she's alone with her thoughts. She tries to tell herself that she deserves this attention because Ryan is emotionally absent. But deep down, she knows she's betraying the man she married. The guilt weighs heavily on her heart, but the excitement and passion she shares with Adam seem to overpower those feelings. She becomes more and more torn, conflicted between the man she pledged her life to and the man who makes her feel truly alive. At times, Chloe even tries to justify her actions to herself, convincing herself that her marriage to Ryan was already broken before the affair. But despite her attempts to rationalize the situation, she knows she's crossing a line, and each time she's with Adam, the line becomes harder to ignore. At home, the emotional gap between Chloe and Ryan continues to widen. Ryan's focus is completely on his gym, Taylor's strength, and its success. He's always working, planning new projects, talking about expanding the gym or preparing for bodybuilding competitions. His passion for his business consumes him, and Chloe feels like she's been left behind. Ryan rarely notices her anymore, let alone takes time to nurture their relationship. Chloe has stopped trying to get his attention. She's tired of feeling invisible in her own home, so she's retreated emotionally. Her connection with Ryan has become purely functional. She supports his goals, and he works endlessly, but there is no real intimacy, no real connection. As Ryan becomes more obsessed with growing his gym, Chloe starts to resent him for it. She feels increasingly neglected and unimportant, and the isolation she feels at home only pushes her deeper into Adam's arms. While Ryan pours his energy into his gym, Chloe pours her energy into her affair. She becomes more emotionally attached to Adam and begins to rely on him for the attention and emotional connection she craves. The more Ryan pulls away, the more Chloe finds herself drawn to Adam. Unbeknownst to Ryan, Chloe's emotional needs are being met by someone else. He is completely unaware of the growing rift between him and Chloe or the affair taking place. Instead, he becomes more obsessed with his gym's success. Ryan's single-minded focus on Taylor's strength has become his entire world. He works long hours, pushing to expand his brand, train his clients, and keep up with the demands of running the gym. His world revolves around building his empire, and in the process, he loses touch with the woman he married. Chloe's absence in his life doesn't register to Ryan. He assumes everything is fine at home because Chloe doesn't confront him about their relationship issues. But in reality, Chloe is slipping away from him, emotionally and physically. He doesn't notice how distant she has become, or how her eyes no longer light up when he walks in the room. He's too focused on his work to realize that his wife's attention is being given to someone else. His obsession with business unintentionally pushes Chloe further into Adam's arms, as she seeks the emotional connection Ryan no longer provides. Ryan's ignorance of the situation leaves Chloe feeling even more trapped. She wants to be open with him about her dissatisfaction, but she feels as though Ryan would never understand. Instead of confronting her issues, she allows the affair to deepen, thinking that Adam might be the escape she needs from the emotional emptiness she feels with Ryan. Over time, Ryan starts to notice small but unsettling changes in Chloe's behavior. At first, they are easy to overlook a quiet shift that he dismisses as a temporary phase. Chloe, who once seemed interested in their marriage and supporting his work, has grown more distracted. She seems lost in her thoughts, often staring off into space or giving short answers when he speaks to her. These moments are different from her usual, vibrant self. Ryan's gut tells him something isn't quite right, but he doesn't want to confront it. As the weeks pass, Chloe spends more and more time at Powerhouse Fitness, the gym run by Adam. Ryan is well aware of this, but when he asks her about it, she just brushes it off with a casual explanation, saying she's trying to get back into shape or trying a different workout routine. Still, Ryan notices that she's spending more hours there than before. She used to come home right after her workouts, but now she's gone for hours at a time, often coming back late or saying she got caught up with a friend. Her increasing focus on the gym doesn't sit well with Ryan. He knows Chloe used to be dedicated to her fitness, but never to the extent of practically living there. Her late returns make him suspicious, but he doesn't want to jump to conclusions. Still, the changes in her routine don't escape him. The growing distance between them also becomes more apparent. When they are together, Chloe seems to be physically present but emotionally absent. She no longer engages in the same conversations they once shared, and their once occasional date nights now feel forced and distant. What really starts to worry Ryan is the sudden change in Chloe's attitude toward intimacy. They've always had a good connection in that department, but lately, Chloe has been avoiding physical closeness. When Ryan tries to initiate intimacy, she either avoids it or comes up with excuses like being too tired or having a headache. Ryan is taken aback. He assumes that stress at work or something else might be to blame at first, but after several attempts with no success, he starts to question whether something deeper is going on. The emotional distance between them grows, and Chloe's avoidance of physical closeness feels like a red flag to Ryan. He remembers when they were newly married, how they couldn't keep their hands off each other. Now, it feels like she's a stranger. The woman he married is slipping further away, and it leaves him feeling confused and hurt. He's left wondering why she seems so distant and why she won't let him in anymore. Unable to shake his growing suspicions, Ryan starts to think the worst. Maybe Chloe is seeing someone else. He doesn't want to jump to conclusions, but all the signs are pointing to something that feels like betrayal. His frustration turns into action, and he makes the difficult decision to hire a private investigator. Ryan knows this could mean the end of their marriage, but he needs answers. He can't keep living in this fog of doubt, wondering whether Chloe is lying to him. The investigator starts following Chloe, keeping track of her movements and observing her behavior when she leaves the house. Ryan anxiously waits for the investigator's report, hoping for some clarity. He tries to stay focused on the gym, but his mind constantly drifts to Chloe. Every time she leaves, he wonders if this is the time she's meeting someone, Adam, perhaps the only person he knows she spends so much time with. While Adam's initial attraction to Chloe may have been based on desire and admiration, his true intentions soon become darker and more calculated. Over time, Adam begins to see Ryan not just as a distant husband, but as an obstacle to his plans. Adam's gym, Powerhouse Fitness, while successful, pales in comparison to Taylor's strength, Ryan's gym. Adam is jealous of Ryan's success and sees his gym as a dominant force in the local fitness market. With her influence and connections, Adam believes he could expand Powerhouse Fitness beyond its current limits, perhaps even absorbing Taylor's strength and eliminating his competition entirely. Adam's envy and ambition slowly begin to shape his actions, and what began as a passionate affair turns into something much more dangerous. His plans become darker as he realizes that for his goals to succeed, Ryan must be removed. Adam starts to see Ryan not just as a rival, but as a person who stands in the way of his success, and the only way to achieve his dreams is by eliminating this obstacle. As Adam's ambitions grow, so does his manipulation of Chloe. He begins to subtly plant seeds of doubt about Ryan in Chloe's mind, preying on her loneliness and her dissatisfaction with their marriage. Adam convinces Chloe that Ryan is not just emotionally unavailable, but that he has been ignoring her and treating her like an afterthought. He paints Ryan as a man who is so consumed by his gym and his bodybuilding that he has no time or care for her needs, both emotionally and physically. Adam continues to feed Chloe's frustrations, telling her that she deserves someone who truly understands her. He claims that he is the only one who sees her worth and knows what she truly needs. Over time, Adam chips away at Chloe's loyalty to Ryan, isolating her emotionally from her husband and making her feel as though her relationship with Ryan was a mistake from the start. Adam convinces Chloe that she and Ryan were never meant to be together, and that she has a chance at a better life with him. Adam also knows that Chloe's attachment to Ryan's gym is still strong. He subtly begins to plant the idea that in order for them to be truly happy and successful together, Ryan's hold on the local fitness market must be broken. He convinces her that if Ryan were out of the picture, they could both move forward without any baggage. Chloe, increasingly desperate to escape from Ryan's emotional neglect, begins to entertain this idea, no longer seeing it as an impossibility, but as a potential solution to her problems. Adam doesn't just leave it at planting ideas. He begins to actively manipulate Chloe's emotions, convincing her that their future together will only be possible if Ryan is out of the way. He knows that Chloe is conflicted, but he is a master of coaxing her into believing that she has no other choice. He promises Chloe a future of success and happiness, free from the emotional control Ryan exerts over her. Adam assures her that with Ryan gone, their relationship can thrive, and she can finally have the freedom and connection she's been yearning for. Over time, Chloe becomes more convinced that her life with Ryan has run its course and that Adam offers her the fresh start she desperately wants. Adam's promises of a brighter future, combined with his emotional manipulation, begin to wear down Chloe's resolve. She starts to see Adam as not just a lover, but her only hope for happiness. His calculated charm and assurance make her feel like she's on the verge of something better, something that could erase the pain and loneliness she has felt for so long. Adam's control over Chloe grows stronger, and he pushes her further into a dangerous territory, making her believe that removing Ryan is the only way for them to move forward together. The seed of violence takes root as Chloe, increasingly isolated from Ryan and emotionally dependent on Adam, begins to seriously consider the possibility that her husband's death may be the only way to escape her current life and secure the future Adam has promised her. Ryan has been suspicious of Chloe for a while, and one evening he finally discovers the truth: she has been having an affair with Adam. Furious and heartbroken, Ryan confronts Chloe. He's devastated by her betrayal and angry at Adam for taking advantage of their marriage. Chloe tries to explain herself, saying she was lonely and didn't know how to fix things with Ryan. But Ryan is too hurt to listen. In a heated argument, he demands that she end the affair with Adam. He also warns Adam to stay away from his wife, telling him that their relationship is over. Ryan leaves the house in anger, determined to confront Adam directly. After the argument with Chloe, Adam knows Ryan is not going to just let this go. Adam feels threatened and jealous, and he decides that the only way to end the problem is to get rid of Ryan for good. He plans to lure Ryan to his gym under the idea that they will have a conversation. Adam pretends to want to talk things through, but he's actually planning to trap Ryan. Adam sets up a weightlifting demonstration at the gym, knowing that Ryan's competitive nature will make him want to show off his strength. When Ryan arrives at Adam's gym, he is still angry, but willing to confront Adam. Adam pretends to want a peaceful conversation, but secretly plans to kill Ryan. He convinces Ryan to participate in a weightlifting demonstration. As Ryan tries to lift a heavy barbell, Adam has secretly tampered with the equipment, making it impossible for Ryan to lift it safely. As Ryan struggles with the weight, Adam steps back, watching as the barbell falls, crushing Ryan's chest. Ryan is pinned under the weight, unable to breathe or move. Adam watches coldly, making sure Ryan doesn't survive. In his final moments, Ryan realizes that Adam has set him up. Ryan dies in the gym, and Adam is left feeling satisfied, knowing that he's finally gotten rid of Ryan and can now be with Chloe without any obstacles. When Ryan's death is reported, Chloe feels overwhelmed, but there's a part of her that feels relieved. On the outside, she pretends to be devastated and sad, as everyone expects her to be. But deep down, she's not as upset as she should be. She goes through the motions of mourning, attending the funeral, and acting like a grieving widow. She knows her affair with Adam played a role in Ryan's death, but she tries not to think about it. Chloe had been unhappy in her marriage for a long time, and now, without Ryan, she feels a sense of freedom. But she can't ignore the guilt that quietly lingers. She tries to ignore it, focusing instead on moving forward and building her new life with Adam. The police investigate Ryan's death and conclude it was an accident. They look at the gym and the equipment, and everything points to a tragic mistake while Ryan was lifting weights. Adam, being friendly and supportive, talks to the police and gives his perspective, which helps make everything seem like a simple accident. Chloe doesn't question this explanation, but part of her feels like something isn't quite right. While the police say it was an accident, she can't shake the feeling that there's more to the story than what they've found. Even though Chloe tries to move on with Adam, she feels guilty about Ryan's death. She knows deep down that she played a part in what happened. She pushed Ryan away, cheated on him, and let Adam take advantage of the situation. But she tries not to focus on her guilt, telling herself that she deserves happiness with Adam. However, as time goes on, she can't ignore the weight of her actions. The guilt begins to haunt her more and more. Even though she's with Adam, Chloe often thinks about what she did to Ryan, and she feels torn between her guilt and her desire to be with Adam. As Chloe spends more time with Adam, she starts to see a different side of him. At first, Adam seemed caring and supportive, but now she notices that he's becoming more controlling. He starts pushing Chloe to be more involved in his gym's business. He drags her into events, interviews, and public appearances, making her feel like she has to be by his side all the time. Chloe begins to feel uncomfortable with how much control Adam has over her life, but she feels like she can't say no. What once seemed like love now feels like Adam is trying to control her. Chloe is starting to lose herself in Adam's world and is beginning to realize that he's not the man she thought he was. Detective James Ellis starts to think that Ryan's death might not have been an accident after all. At first, it seemed like a tragic mistake. Ryan was lifting weights at Powerhouse Fitness when the barbell fell and crushed him. But the detective notices some strange things. He learns that Ryan and Chloe had an argument earlier in the day, and Chloe had left the house in a hurry. The timing of the argument, along with Ryan's accident at the gym, makes the detective wonder if something more was going on. Detective Ellis looks at the security footage from Powerhouse Fitness to see if it can explain what happened. He sees Ryan entering the gym, looking upset but the footage cuts out right when the accident happens. This feels like more than just a coincidence. The detective thinks someone might have messed with the camera on purpose to hide what really happened. Ellis starts asking around, but no one at the gym seems to know anything. The missing footage, combined with the odd timing of the accident, makes the detective believe there might be foul play involved. As the investigation moves forward, Chloe starts to feel the pressure. The more the detective asks questions, the more nervous Chloe gets. She tries to ignore her guilt about Ryan's death, but the detective is getting closer to the truth. Chloe feels torn between her love for Adam and the guilt she feels for betraying Ryan. She's starting to crack emotionally, feeling more and more anxious as the detective gets closer to uncovering the truth. Every time the detective looks at her or asks her about the events of that day, Chloe feels like her secret is about to be exposed. She's afraid that everything she has with Adam will be ruined when the truth comes out. The investigation is pushing Chloe to face her own role in what happened, and she doesn't know how much longer she can keep hiding her involvement. As time goes on, the police continue to investigate Ryan's death. They start to feel that it wasn't just an accident. Detective Miller, who is in charge of the case, decides to dig deeper. He re-interviews people and looks more closely at the gym where Ryan died. The detective discovers that Adam had tampered with the gym equipment. There is security footage that shows Adam messing with the barbell just before Ryan lifted it. He also talks to people who saw Adam acting strangely on the day of the accident. Some witnesses even come forward and share that they knew about the affair between Chloe and Adam, which leads the detective to understand that Adam's jealousy and the affair played a role in what happened. The detective puts all the pieces together. He arrests Adam for murder, charging him with intentionally causing Ryan's death. Adam is taken into custody, and the truth finally begins to come out. While Adam is arrested for what he did to Ryan, Chloe is also held responsible for her part in everything. The police discover that Chloe's affair with Adam helped lead to Ryan's death. Chloe kept the affair a secret from Ryan, and her actions caused a lot of emotional pain to him. The affair created a huge rift in their marriage, and Chloe's betrayal made things worse. Chloe is charged with being an accessory to murder. Even though she didn't directly cause Ryan's death, her affair and actions were a big part of what happened. She is forced to face the fact that her choices played a major role in the tragedy. Chloe is shocked and filled with guilt. She didn't think her affair would lead to something so terrible. She realizes that her desire for attention and excitement from Adam led her down a dangerous path. Now, she is left with the heavy guilt of knowing that her actions led to Ryan's death. Both Adam and Chloe face legal consequences for their actions. Adam goes to trial for murder, and Chloe faces charges for being involved in the crime. In the trial, everything comes out: Adam's role in causing Ryan's death, and Chloe's affair with him. Chloe is publicly blamed for betraying her husband, and her life, once full of hopes for the future, starts to fall apart. In the end, Chloe has to live with the reality of what she did. She may not have killed Ryan herself, but her affair and betrayal led to his tragic death. She is left with the consequences of her choices, knowing that her actions have destroyed not only her marriage, but also a life.